they're doing Roshan. He knows that the monkey wants to come and ulti, right? What he's doing is he's being the decoy. He's actually being the decoy. He's making them go on him so they don't jump in the pit and get that team fight, right? And you can see SumaiL, because Zai is just sitting in front of him like this, they have to use the monkey Wukong ultimate on this Mars. Here we have Team Secret versus OG. This is probably the two best teams in the entire world, as far as I know, from watching all the other regions play. And OG even playing from a handicap, having midone play from Malaysia, and SumaiL playing from NA. They have made it all the way to the winner bracket finals of this OGA Dota pit. So let's see how this game is going. Just taking a quick look at the drafts. I'm just gonna try and break down whatever's happening in this game, drafting wise, what they're thinking, what's going through their minds. Play by play will be, a little bit on the, lower end and more on the analytical stuff, so you guys can understand better as to what both of these teams are doing. Yeah, so OG banned out Keeper. This is a Puppey hero, great team fighter, lane pusher. It's so hard for OG to fight into that. They really don't want to give Team Seeker so many team fighting heroes. Why did they ban this guy? Dragon Knight, Tower Pusher, can be flexed in the offlane, mid lane, and carry. Seeker can play it on all three of their cores. So that's a really difficult hero to draft against, because it's so hard to realize in the draft where it's going, and they don't want to be in that position, right? Earthshaker, yapzOr, god hero for him. He's so good at it. He's really good at team fighting. It's really good at securing offlane farm. So overall, amazing hero. They banned that one out. And Timbersaw, because it's just really annoying, as Zai can play it. I mean, the other players on Seeker can play it too, but they just play Timber very well. And probably that's probably the most clutch ban. And I'm thinking that OG have a game plan as to why they banned this too. And then on the side of Secret, also banning out some good team fighting heroes like Phoenix and Grimstroke. Then they ban out the Ench, because safe lane Ench is one of notail's favorite heroes, and it seems like they also plan to get the Chen. So it's good to ban that out. And then Ember Spirit, because really good catch hero, and also another good team fighting hero. And one of the weaknesses Team Secret are having like heroes who can catch very well. And surprisingly, they don't ban the Nature's Prophet. This is one of OG's heroes that they love playing on Seb. And also Nature's Prophet is just enables OG's playstyle very well, where they just want to be all over the map, always fighting. And if they have a hero like NP who can farm the waves that are coming in without the OG team breaking their formation, it's great. And for the first pick, we had the Void Spirit. It's a very flexible hero for OG. They can play it mid lane, they can play it side lanes, they can play as a support. And then Team Secret go with the Queen of Pain and Chen pick. Queen of Pain, Nisha plays his hero like a freaking god. Absolutely amazing on this hero. And Puppey Chen, we know how good Puppey Chen is. So normally when Seeker play with Chen, how they do it is they play a very slow tempo. Unless they have like some kind of advantage in the lane, then they'll press on that. But for the most part, they'll just farm up with their heroes, and around 20-minute mark, they'll just run at you with all their auras that they've built up, and also their mid-game items. So NP is the counter pick for OG to that, and that way they can also ban out something like Lycan that they feel is really good at farming against NP, but at the same time he can be super effective in Team Secret's lineup with the Chen, right? You just stack up all these auras where Chen can just go mech, Guardian Greaves, he can go Vladimir's, and Lycan just buys Necrobook Dominator. Then suddenly with two heroes you have like 4 big auras that just buff up your entire team. And Queen of Pain is like she's a strong enough core that she can be considered a carry as long as she has these auras on her side. And then Team Secret pick up Rubik because it's really nice as a support for their lineup. yapzOr plays, one of the best Rubiks in the world. Good disables, good roaming potential, wave clear. It pretty much takes off everything that Team Secret is lacking. Then OG go with the Doom counterplay. Now Doom, the reason why they picked this here, even though it's not so popular, is because it's for the Chen, right? If the Doom goes to the offlane as a support or as an offlaner against the Chen, he can always eat the creep of the Chen, and then that'll mitigate Chen's presence in the safe lane. And then Team Secret pick up Mars now. So Mars Rubik, that's going to be the offlane combo. Mars is a great team fighting hero, great stun, great ultimate, can buy Vladimir's. So most likely Chen will not be the one to buy Vlad's game. He'll probably just go Guardian Greaves, maybe Solar Crest, and then Mars will buy Vlad's, and then they're gonna want to stack up these auras onto their last hero, whichever the carry is. And because Team Secret is second pick, they're gonna get that last pick carry. They're gonna pick that counter pick, really strong carry hero, whatever it may be. And OG need to be very careful that they don't pick, you know, more heroes like previous games where they went for this Angolia Darkseer and they fell into Team Secret's Bloodseeker trap. So OG have to be extremely careful of that. And I would imagine right now OG is thinking of picking some kind of a carry that can lane really well against Mars. Now this Nature's Prophet can also be played by notail. He can play a position 5 Nature's Prophet. That's also a possibility for them. And they're gonna go with the Monkey King. So this is most likely gonna be a SumaiL Monkey King because it makes sense to match it up against Mars. And you don't want to lane Monkey to Queen of Pain. That's like actual disaster of a lane. So why no Beastmaster here? Well, first of all, Team Secret picked Chen.
10 seconds
right?
Remaining.
And then OG don't want Beastmaster.
5 seconds remaining.
I think for Team Secret side, they could have went Beastmaster, but maybe they were preferring more of the team fighting hero instead of the Beastmaster. Mars is more team fight oriented than Beastmaster, right? That could be the main reason for it. And I believe Rubik Mars combo is just much stronger than Beastmaster. I think Beastmaster would have been great here as well, to be honest, but maybe having 2 more picks left, they're kind of afraid because the Rubik Beast is not like a super powerful lane. And maybe if OG go for like a Phantom Assassin, it could be very annoying in that situation. But I do think Secret could have made a Beastmaster work, for sure. And now Secret banned out the Witch Doctor. They didn't want to play into the position 5 Witch Doctor that can cast Chen creeps or even deal with Mars. Witch Doctor plus Monkey is a deadly lane. It can really destroy Mars. So they're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. They're not afraid of a Nature's Prophet position 5.
5 seconds
It's
remaining.
not an issue at all for them.
OG's turn
So
to pick.
OG end up banning the Troll Warlord, and this is because they don't want the safe lane Troll to fight up into like a Doom, and it's already really good against Nature's Prophet, right? So most likely with this Troll ban, I believe that Nature's Prophet is going to be the offlaner in this game, and they are going to go with another position 5 hero, and I think they should because they need something that's impactful. Now unfortunately Grimstroke is banned out.
Remaining.
I think Grimstroke would have been great in this kind of game. Get that nice Inkswell on
remaining.
multiple good heroes like Void Spirit,
Team
Monkey,
Secret's turn
and
to
they're gonna go with Abaddon. Okay, or Abaddon, whatever you want to call it. Both are fine, I think. So Abaddon is gonna be the safe laner playing with the Monkey King against Mars and Rubik, and their OG's plan this game is to clash all the time, 5-on-5 if possible, and run at towers. The Nature's Prophet is gonna be the core of this game. I strongly believe that. Because he needs to be able to get farmed and he needs to be able to take towers in this game, right? The Monkey, the Void, the Doom, and Banner are just going to keep running at them. And they need NP to be able to push lanes out and also go to, you know, fights after they kill someone so he can take the objectives. Or else it's going to be really bad for OG. They're just going to keep on killing people, but they won't get objectives. They will eventually fall behind. Team Secret, they're probably thinking something that can also battle PA maybe is a good hero. Okay, they're gonna go with LD. Oh, that's a strong carry, right? This is not an easy carry to mess around with, but the thing about LD is if he dies once or twice or you get behind, it's really hard to come back with a hero like him. So if somehow Saksa and Seb in this offlane can beat MATUMBAMAN LD here, keep him down, I think OG have a really good winning draft. The one concern I do have is that there's not enough disables for Nisha, I think, in this game. Doom is great, but I mean, it's not the easiest thing to Doom on Queen of Pain because she's not going to blink in unless she sees you and you where you're positioned. Why is Rubik Mars so strong? It's just you have so much lane manipulation with your spells. You have the Spear, you have the second skill, you have Rubik Blast, and you have a lot of good harass potential. Like Mars is annoying. He buys Orb of Venom. He hits you. Rubik hits you with Boots of Speed, like, and can move back and forth, back in and out of the lane. You can't catch him either. So they have like a lot of annoying spammy spells. Whereas Beastmaster, it's like you got the board, you can slow them down, and Rubik right clicks them, but you don't really have that the same amount of kill potential that Mars has. Because you also get the spear, like one spear, and then you get lifted out of position, and that's that, right? You're probably dead. I think with the Abaddon pick, like top lane is not as good as if it actually had Wish Doctor. I think Wish Doctor was a very good ban by Secret. And all of a sudden, like, Monkey King doesn't really have any disables that he can play off apart from the Void Spirit. So I don't imagine SumaiL playing with his mid laner a lot in this game, right? So I think that's going to be a little bit problematic for OG, that they don't have someone who can play with this guy. Normally, heroes that are good with Monkey King is like Earthshaker, right? In the past, you see Thompson when he plays Monkey, he plays it with Earthshaker, roaming, and Earthshaker Monkey just end up playing together the entire game. But, you know, he doesn't really have that hero. He has, like, Void Spirit, but it's not super effective. Maybe when Nature's Prophet gets a Bloodthorn, sorry, not Bloodthorn, Orchid. When Nature's Prophet gets Orchid, it's gonna be something that they can play off of. What the hell is Thompson? Thompson is in Malaysia with his girlfriend.
30 seconds.
That's all I know.
To battle.
Secret wins this pretty easily. I feel like Secret's draft has got the upper hand, but OG are crazy, so we'll see. Isn't midone also similar to your... Yes, he is. That's why it's like, why is midone playing, but he's not, right? It kind of makes, you know, him look a little bad, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna focus on the game so we can think more about what's happening, and if you have any questions, just put at me and then I'll just answer whenever there's downtime in lane. So right now, start of the game, MATUMBAMAN and Puppey are gonna go into the off lane. They don't want to fight up into the Doom Nature's Prophet. Mars and Rubik are going in the safe lane, and also LD pairing up against a Monkey is very good, right? Now they have two range heroes who are gonna be hitting the Monkey King instead of having Mars who has to fight up into the Monkey King. And he doesn't go the Orb of Venom straight away on this Monkey. He goes for a Tangle Flask. He has more regen, more armor. And it looks like OG did not anticipate that Secret might actually dodge the lanes. So that's kind of bad for them. And Chen, going for the boost of speed first item. This is mainly because he wants to be able to walk away from the Monkey and doesn't want to get hit by him. So I kind of like this play from Puppey here. I think it's very nice. And MATUMBAMAN can pretty much straight up solo into SumaiL here. He's not going to have too many issues. And Puppey just going to keep on blocking the camps and make sure that there's no pulls available for notail here. Mid lane, midone versus Nisha. I mean, midone is actually doing pretty well already in this lane. Which is kind of surprising considering his ping disadvantage. Seb on the top lane, he's very surprised. He's like, yo guys, what the hell? Like, I expected a LD in this lane, not a Mars Rubik, and it's really annoying for an NP to fight up against this lane because of the Fade Bolt. It's gonna reduce the damage of his hero and also the Trents. Trents already had 24 damage. You get Fade Bolted, they lose like 10 damage each. They're gonna go down to 14, and Zai's gonna have a completely fine time last inning creeps here. He's already got that Orb of Venom. He just needs to keep bringing more regen to the top lane, and he can out-sustain this NP, and eventually NP is gonna have to TP out, and every time NP TPs out, like, Mars is gonna get so much experience from this. And you can see how like the supports on both teams are doing a good job at like blocking camps and such. And Saksa, he's just gonna put a sentry down here, kill their sentry, blocks the camp. This way he doesn't have to run in there all the time, which is very good. So Seb is getting gone on. There's a spear available too, and there it is, first blood, just like that. Lift into out of position, uses the rebuke first to slow down the Nature's Prophet, and then all of a sudden, here you go, the super powerful lane of Rubik Mars. And they get the courier of Seb too somehow. That's very interesting. And first blood going the way of Mars is like not what you want. He's got a soul ring already. Bottom, Chen is just making notail have the toughest time he possibly can just by making sure he can't pull. Because, like I said, LD, he has no problem laning against Monkey King, right? And although Monkey King is doing well at the moment, I think the lane should get harder for him as the LD levels up his Spear Bear. So once it's leveled up and the roots last longer, it's gonna be much more difficult for the Monkey King. And obviously, like, notail, you know, he can't just jerk around with the Chen, right? So he has to go and help him, and he's just throwing some casual shields onto the monkey. He's gonna already give an advantage to LD. Where Puppey is just like more focused on blocking the camps and just making sure LD actually gets experience. He's doing very well right now on the SumaiL, and he even has more creeps coming out, so that's gonna... At least OG is winning the bottom lane.
Courier has been killed.
But the trade-off there for Secret is the top lane, right? Where they have like this Mars Rubik against the NP. It's much more important for Secret that Mars and Rubik are the ones having a good game than the LD is. Because the LD can always catch up. So if the Mars was bottom lane and he didn't have a good lane or a good game, the tempo of Secret would be very bad, I think. So look at Puppey, he's just making sure that mid one can't take the rune. And he secures the rune for Nisha here. And he even bullies mid one out. Like, the way Puppey is playing is very, very selfless, right? In the early game, this is Puppey's thing. Like, he's very selfless in the early game, and then once the mid game hits and his team is already ahead, he expects his team to like make some space for him so he can catch back up, right? So he like sacrificing a lot of his levels to block camps, and he's even securing runes for his mid lane. And this is like already giving a huge advantage, or not even a huge advantage, but like comeback, right? Even comeback potential stuff. Like Nisha's having a hard time in his lane, but getting that arcane rune and not giving it to the Void Spirit is huge. Now he has an empty bottle. Nisha got to refill his bottle, and it gave him a little bit of breathing room. And just now, Nisha's like actually catching back up in this lane. So OG were technically winning 2 lanes, actually even 3 lanes. Holy smoke, Seb. After that death, he has come back to the top lane, denied 14 creeps already. Got 28 lasts as well. I mean, this is probably because Secret had to use a lot of their resources to kill him. And when he came back with full resources, it was much more difficult to actually pressure him out. And he just utilized that death that he had and the new resources that he got from reviving, you know, full everything, TPing back, to just bully them out of the lane. He's got Blightstone, early Blades of Attack, more damage, gives him more chances to deny more creeps in this lane as well. Mid one. Just fighting off Nisha. He really wanted the rune bottom, but there's a vision ward for Secret. They know the rune is on bottom, so Nisha just blinks towards the top rune. Gets that. That's going to be very nice for him. And nobody can actually help mid one secure runes, it seems like. Maybe Doom could be that hero, but he didn't actually rotate and get that done. So 1k gold advantage, actually going the way of Secret. Looks like LD has a lot of gold right now, and the fact that he's level 5, he's actually level 6 now. SumaiL is only like 5 and a little bit of XP from there. You can see how like having solo experience has helped him out a lot, being bottom for MATUMBAMAN here. And I mean, he's feeling pretty good now. Like he caught back up. Like I said, the more levels this LD gets, the harder the lane for Monkey King, right? The Monkey can't really utilize Jingu Mastery at all. And here is Puppey, he comes in here. Void Spirit actually TPing bottom. They want to try and turn this around. He wants to go out to MATUMBAMAN. MATUMBAMAN pops his ultimate, so they're just going to turn around and go for Puppey instead. They don't really have Aether Remnant, so he's just going to let that be. So it looks like his build against Queen of Pain is actually to max Dissimulate. So he has lower cooldown and he can dodge more Shadow Strike. That's very interesting. So he really went for this build because he's playing against Quap, but I don't know. Not having Aether Remnant is kind of a feels bad, man, in most situations. So Zai is level 6. He's got pretty much the same last hits as Seb does, but Seb obviously has more denies. And now that Nature's Prophet's ult is up, Wrath of Nature, I think Secret are going to be a little bit more cautious at being low health around the map. And I think this is also going to give an opening for mid one. So it looks like they actually changed lanes because mid one TP bottom. He doesn't want to walk back mid lane, so SumaiL took over the mid lane instead. He's trying to peek at the top rune, and he notices Nisha already walking there, and the rune is actually bottom. So he can choose to go bottom and get that, but Nisha's obviously going to blink for it, so yeah, she gets a haste. And this is the problem with OG right now. OG doesn't have any vision watching the power runes, and this is giving like free reign over Nisha, right? Minute 4, minute 6, minute 8, Nisha got all 3 runes. And this is literally why Nisha has like all this control over the mid lane, because of these power runes that he got, and OG never contested them. Saksa getting gone on top. I feel like even Nature's Prophet could have maybe TP'd and taken that haste from Nisha. I think I would definitely like think about doing that, because you would have a normal TP scroll available. They do get the courier in return. That's actually more gold than killing this Doom. This Doom dying is worth less than actually the courier dying, in terms of gold at least. But yeah, like I think NP should have 100% TP'd bottom if like SumaiL saw that there's a rune top. But that I think he can only TP if there's vision, because maybe he was afraid that Puppey was not showing, and maybe Puppey is at the bottom rune, right? So now Void Spirit has made his way to the top lane instead. TV base, walk to top. They really want to apply some kind of pressure somewhere. They have vision here. Another word also gonna see mid one now. Nisha used his haste rune to get up there. Actually, Chen TPing in the Mars to kill off the Abaddon. He actually does have... He doesn't have a TP available anymore. They're just gonna get the bottom outpost. So they're actually controlling 2 outposts right now. It's 9.5 minutes into the game. So they have 30 seconds, or less than that, 20 seconds to try and get an outpost. Saksa here with his mana burn creep, just burning mana casually, making it difficult for these guys to have any mana. And Saksa gonna try and take this outpost here. And SumaiL's here too, so they will be successful at taking it. But unfortunately, oh, they actually haven't taken it yet. Okay, there we go. Now they take it. Nisha gonna be able to blink out. Mid one has one more leap in. He's gonna dissimulate maybe just to do some burst damage, and there it is. Nisha dies. That's so good for him. And now he's level 8. He's got his Aether Remnants, and mid one's like, that's a pretty late tip, bro. You gotta tip him right away. Now, if he did TP as soon as he blinked, maybe he would have had a chance to live. And Nisha was probably thinking, oh, maybe the Void Spirit doesn't have Aether Remnant, right? Because he maxed out Dissimulate. This spell actually does a lot of burst damage, 340. Like, that's kind of sick, right? And now OG are just gonna go all mid with his catapult. They're gonna try to take a tower. Abaddon got speared up, so he can't shield anyone. Here comes the little fear from the Lone Druid Bear. They actually really wanted to defend this tower. They actually get it, defend it, and then that's it. It looks pretty good as of right now for Secret, because although they did lose the top tower, the mid tower defending it is going to be a pretty big deal, because if they lost this tower too, OG are going to invade the jungle and just sit there for a while.
Dire's courier has been killed. Worthy tribute.
Alright, so they go bottom onto Puppey. Puppey gets picked off here. Seb already TP'd in. He's got 10 stick charges, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Saksa thinks about dooming. He cancels it. He knows that his team is not able to follow up if that were to happen. So they're just going to let him go. And I guess like this Doom pick hasn't been like super valuable for them. Eventually later he is going to get like a Wolf Creep, and that's going to give some damage for his team. But the main reason they picked the Doom is so he can lane up against the Chen. And they didn't get that. So they kind of have like a mediocre position 4 hero in this game now. Unfortunately for them. So Nisha is going for a Yule's first this game. Let's check out the net worth at the moment. Oh wow, he actually bursts his Monkey King and he still doesn't have his blink up, but he's gonna be able to get away now. Holy smoke. That feels so bad for SumaiL. They're the one who were going in to try and kill Nisha, but instead Nisha's the one who turns around and kills him with the help of Rubik's Blast, which is really nice. And now he's got Dissimulate too. That's gonna be a very good tool at pushing lanes out if he needs it. He even got a Quelling Blade this game because he wants to cut down the Monkey King at some point, or even get out of the Sprout. He will be getting sprouted quite a bit later if he doesn't have the Quelling Blade, so that's going to be nice. Or he can even save his allies, right? You can just cut out your allies. It's a cast range of 350. So that's pretty sick. Especially if he gets like Aether Lens, that's going to give him additional 250 cast range. So you can even save your allies, which is very smart from yapzOr. So because both teams are mirroring now, they took top tower. OG took bottom tower. And at this point, like, they're not really too stressed on both teams. They just want to get some farm. From experience, you can even see notail just casually hitting like a small camp in the top lane. Nobody can go past here into like the Doom. He just wants to get whatever XP he possibly can. And he's even saving the tome. I wonder who he plans to give this to. But he hasn't taken it yet. Maybe what he's thinking is like if he dies in this position, if someone catches him, he's lower level so that he respawns faster. He doesn't give more XP to the enemy and his death timer is not so big. Because he doesn't need this level up at the moment, right?
Not so.
Alright, so here we go. SumaiL is like going for that Echo Saber, but he's not really having a good time farming in this game. Like, this is what I kind of expected, right? There's nobody who can play with Monkey that provides so much pressure on the enemy that wherever the Monkey is, they're going to be afraid to farm there. Like, no one can play with him. This is a #1 thing for Monkey King. Someone needs to have a disable or some kind of kill threat potential on the enemy. Seb is going to go for a Vessel this game. I think it's a great item, especially when you're playing against Chen. You want to reduce the healing that they have. Also Lone Druid if you can catch him. Oh, they actually get the Doom onto the Lone Druid, but he does get the ult off first, so he got a little bit of extra health here. There goes out the Sprout. You cannot tango, you cannot use your items when you are doomed, so they're going to get MATUMBAMAN. It's a huge kill. That's the highest net worth hero on Secret, and the carry. So they're going to get a kill here. Zai going to get gone on. Zai drops the ultimate. They're not going to be able to chase past this ultimate. And that's going to be the end of that. So OG making his play after the kill is really good because now they forced the Mars ult. And the Mars is no longer this like super beast team fighter, right? Without his Arena of Blood up. So even if LD does revive, they don't really have that fighting potential. So they're just going to force the Glypha. And it seems like they're pretty low enough. They're just going to back off. Zai's just going to put his body right in the front. He has a Vladimir, so he can heal up quite a lot from the God's Rebuke if they do decide to go on him. 4 heroes on OG are melees, so it's not so easy for them to do anything. So Seb is going to be split pushing top now. He doesn't want anything to do with bottom, obviously. Secrets are already grouped up, and when you're playing with Nature's Prophet, like, you're not trying to fight the enemy 5-on-5. You're always trying to split push, make people go to other sides of the map, and then fight 4v5 if possible. And SumaiL, man, oh my god, SumaiL is like, he must be so tilted, honestly. He is getting absolutely clowned on this game, and I think one of the reasons because he just doesn't have someone who can play with him. But they do get MATUMBAMAN though. Oh my god, MATUMBAMAN didn't even have his ultimate. Got a little bit too trigger happy after killing off the Monkey King, and now they're gonna go on to Zai. Zai has 5 seconds left on Arena, but he will probably just die here. Oh, does not use the Dissimulate yet. Might have to use it to escape instead, and he will just escape. So instead of Zai going down, it's gonna be Saksa, and they actually don't get the mid tower either for Seeker, so that's at least a small win for OG. I mean, I wouldn't say small win, it's a pretty big win because LD just died back to back. So his net worth has been stuck here for like the past minute now, or a minute and a half, I should say. He's almost got a Desolator though, it looks like a LD, but he doesn't have his bear yet because he just died 2 times. Pretty big kill though, definitely a big kill. Without his ultimate, the LD is just not that tanky, right? So kind of a fragile hero after he uses his true form is on cooldown. So here we go, Vessel coming up pretty soon. I mean, he's got it already now. He's got the gold for it, so he's just gonna buy that. That's gonna be great. If he can TP behind the LD and Vessel him before his ult comes out, that's gonna be very bad for the LD too. Saksa actually rotating top. There's no vision up here for Secret. But Secret will react here with TPs, right? It looks like everybody on Dire does have a TP ready to help MATUMBAMAN. So if they do decide to go on him, it might be really, really bad. And it looks like Zai is the one who's going to walk top, is going to scout things out from MATUMBAMAN so he doesn't get gone on first. They find Saksa. Saksa is trying to run away with his Scorched Shirt and Phase Boots. He should be able to... No, he doesn't. Nisha is already here with that Shadow Strike, doing so much damage and slowing him down. He's like crawling like a snail. Rubik has teleportation, so he's able to get in front and lift him too if need be. He's got the Aether Lens, and now Quelling Blade is like so nice for Rubik. I should definitely do this. Like when you play against Nature's Prophet, if you're Rubik, just buy that Quelling Blade. It's so good. Actually. I never realized like Quelling Blade has 350 cast range to break a tree, and then if you have Aether Lens, you can just save your allies super easily. So it's 18 minutes. The tier 2 items are gonna start coming out. Seb is now going for Mjolnir. He understands like in this game he needs to be the hard carry, right? Like SumaiL is not gonna carry anything. His net worth is like it's just fine, right? But he's died 3 times. He's not able to find a whole lot on this map in this kind of game. But he's not doing like terribly, right? It's just not a good situation if you're the position 1 carry. And Seb gonna push his lane out. He's kind of just baiting himself down here. He knows that there's nobody top because notail just took the outpost top without any trouble, and he wants to bait the Nature's Prophet because he knows like the best play for him to do is just get some comeback gold from like getting his ult. Oh my god, SumaiL! Jesus, because he went down and got speared before he can even get his ult off, and suddenly Zai. Oh dude, it was a trap that was being set up by OG. But then again, if he didn't jump down, the arena, if he casted arena on the Nature's Prophet, the arena broke the trees and he would have got stunned anyway, right? So in a way, SumaiL kind of had to get down also, but maybe he could have risked it. He could have just casted his Wukongs first, and then, like, hopefully the arena doesn't break down his trees, or he doesn't cast the arena right away. So very unfortunate. So he said he wants to do a surprise level up. Or we pop the tome. I'm pretty sure they're like clicking him and they see that he has a tome on him, right? Like it's secret. They won't know he has a tome. I do think like that time when he had a tome, he was just like holding it. So if he does get gone on, he would just die as a level 5 hero instead of a level 7 hero. It's like a pretty big difference, right? And also you're feeding away less XP to the enemy. Saksa, I'm gonna go for a dagger first now. Like, 8k gold advantage for Secret already. It's all coming from this map movement that Secret is doing, right? They're just like... Secret's game plan is very simple in this game. They're letting MATUMBAMAN farm whatever he wants. When OG's up here, they go here and invade. And if somebody dives their towers, they just TP. They never go use their TP to start split pushing. If you look at Zai, his TP has always been up. And the only time he's really using his TP is if he needs to react to some kind of pressure happening. And mid one, they see each other. He has 2 Astral Steps, so he can definitely get away if need be. And oh no, he cannot get away. My god, he actually hesitated a little bit. Rubik using double Astral Steps to telekinesis him. And he just gets stun locked and dies just like that. 30 seconds. It feels like Secret have done a great job at dodging notail. Like, it doesn't feel like notail has been able to do anything in this game at all. With his level 4 shield and level 4 miscoils, it's just been such a tough situation. Saksa now gets a doom off onto Nisha here. SumaiL does have his ultimate. Can he get an ult off? Maybe get a Zai kill here. Nisha is gonna walk away. Puppey doesn't have his ult yet. And it looks like Nisha's gonna be completely fine. SumaiL couldn't get in to cast his ulti because of the arena. Zai making some crazy good plays. That was actually really nice by him. He's obviously thinking like, oh, I need to ult this guy so that they don't enter this team fight. Because if Monkey King gets the ult off inside of the arena, it's a whole nother story already. So Void Spear almost got that Axe. Like he just wanted a little bit of gold, right? That's why he actually died here. But if he has his Axe, it's a pretty big like game-changing item. Because now the Quap won't be able to really, blink out or anything like that. Notail coming here. Monkey does have ulti. This is the best chance for them to maybe take a team fight with his ultimate. He actually drops the ult outside of the Roshan pit. Zai tanks everything up. This is so good by Zai here. Big ulti coming out from the Quap. Gonna kill the Doom here. People are starting to get really low. Monkey King getting focused. SumaiL is going to die. Nisha even popping his Blade Mail. SumaiL doesn't hit him. Mid one getting silenced up. Cannot escape and he's dead. And Zai, my god, this man, like, okay, I gotta go back and show you guys what he did, right? Like, this is something only really good players do, okay? So what he's doing here is he doesn't have arena, he doesn't have anything else. They're doing Roshan. He knows that the monkey wants to come and ulti, right? What he's doing is he's being the decoy. He's actually being the decoy. He's making them go on him so they don't jump in the pit and get that team fight, right? And you can see SumaiL, because Zai is just sitting in front of him like this, they have to use the monkey Wukong ultimate on this Mars. They cannot go in here and use the Wukong ultimate in the pit. If it's in the pit, this Roshan is fair game, right, for everyone. It's fair game for OG and it's fair game for Secret. Like, it's literally a coin toss as to who will get it. And just like that, he baits all these heroes. Then Queen of Pain blinks out, gets that massive sonic wave on everyone. Like, it was actually insane. Like, Zai, in this game, Zai is just carrying so freaking hard. And that's the thing about Secret. Like, any game, like, any one of these guys can carry. Any one of their cores can carry.
Repent. I amplify.
Alright, they actually almost get the Queen of Pain. Not enough. Gets lifted on mid one here. And Nisha actually sticking around. He has Aegis, so he's not afraid of dying. He just wants to be able to cast more spells. And OG are looking real grim, man. 15k gold advantage for Secret already in this game. And Secret, like, as long as heroes are dead, they'll gladly go high ground, but if heroes are alive, they will definitely look to get the tier 2 towers instead. Because you don't really want to go high ground when OG is alive and just straight up fight into them. But, you know, 3 heroes are dead. This tower is dying so freaking fast. That's the power of the Mask of Madness Desolator. Lone Druid, Bear, Spear Bear. It does so much damage. Oh my god, both of the racks is... Step is like, don't worry guys, I can bring you guys back into this game. Just let me finish Mjolnir. We're gonna get that damage. I'm gonna Mjolnir you, SumaiL, since they just focus you all the time, and then we're good. We're good, man. Oh, yeah, you can already picture what he's trying to say to his team. But instead, MATUMBAMAN, there's a vision, there's a ward here. They actually chase down Seb. Notail coming in with a shield and a heal. Try to save him. SumaiL actually coming to the backline. Rubik instantly getting popped. Chen is also dead. They might have actually dove way too deep. Seb does die here. He doesn't actually need to buy back. They will probably get Zai without having Seb to buy back. Actually, he will buy back here. He really wants to get MATUMBAMAN because they did use the Doom on him. But unfortunately, they actually can't even get past Mars. Pop coming in with a big ultimate. SumaiL does get that nice boundless strike onto MATUMBAMAN. MATUMBAMAN does fall here. And it's going to be Seb and mid one versus Nisha and Zai. And it looks like Nisha's going to just die here first. He does have an Aegis though. The Remnant not going to hit him. They're going to TP in front. Try to get Zai. Zai did use his blink already. He has a Lotus Orb. But he doesn't have any way of getting out of the Sprout now. So nice silence coming out. Rubik TPing into the fight. Seb doesn't have a buyback, so he's actually just dead. Oh my god, the Boots of Travels from Mr. yapzOr coming through here. Aether Lens, Blink, Boots of Travels, 26 minutes on a Rubik. Damn, this man's fat. This man's fatter than Fat Albert. Crazy. He's enormous. He just destroyed them. Right. Well, Zai, you know, look at his amazing team items, right? Vladimir's Lotus Orb. If I click on Chen, he's got Mech, Dominator. He's going for that Solar Crest, like we said, because you're playing with Mars, he's gonna go Vlads. You don't need to go the Vlads on Chen, right? So he just skips that. You get 3 aura items on this guy. Mars got 2 aura items. And then everybody else is just like damage dealers, right? Quap and Rubik, magic damage. LD is a physical damage. Let's look at OG. What does OG have, right? Any team items? They got 1 drums. And I guess Vessel's not really a team item. But drums is, but that's it. That's all they got, right? If you look at like they're just nothing. There's just nothing. They can't contest Secret's heroes. Like, Secret is up 22k gold, but in reality they're up more like 30k gold, because those auras stacking up on every hero, as long as they're, you know, together, is gonna amount to more, right? Like, this net worth from Chen, 9,500 with these 3 aura items is like massively amplified when there's other heroes next to him.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And the Solar Crest item, he can pretty much throw this onto the Lone Druid Bear, and it's essentially giving like 3,000 gold to the Lone Druid Bear, to the Lone Druid, right? So it's super nice in that sense as well. 8 armor, 80 attack speed, 10% movement speed, like holy smokes. Just imagine that. Oh, nice stun in the backline. Rubik might actually get picked off here before he can do anything else. Ultimate coming through Nisha. He doesn't have an Aegis this time around. Seb just gonna TP out. MATUMBAMAN using a Scream. Gonna cancel his TP. Notail gonna TP out here. He's gonna be fine. But Seb is in trouble. He's gonna be the one to die. Marzalt coming through. Monkey got doomed by the Rubik actually. And he is also dead now. 2 buybacks. Midone and Saksa coming out. And they're just gonna go for the next racks here. This is like super easy for them to kill this off, especially since Monkey and NP are dead, and even if they were alive, they're also on cooldown. It's not super effective. They're not super effective in these team fights at all. And Zai, like the way he's positioned, is always protecting his team. They actually jump into the backline. They want to silence up MATUMBAMAN, try to kill him, but oh my god, the heal coming through. What the hell? It's like they didn't even do any damage to him. Hand of God. Hand of Puppey right here. Lapping. Holy. This game was actually insane. Like, OG had no chance. It just felt like OG were doing pretty well in the mid lane and the safe lane. But because they don't have anybody who can play with Monkey King, and as Secret level up, they become stronger, they just had to move around too much, and there's no real aura items that are being picked up on OG side. Like we talked about it in Secret's lineup, like once they hit 20 minutes and they get their items and their levels and they go together, they're like unstoppable. The one good thing that happened for OG this game is they killed MATUMBAMAN back to back, but then it didn't really amount to anything after that. So look at the end scoreboard here. You can see all the items. Secret have Mech, Dami, Solar Crest, Lotus Orb, Vladimir's. Shiva's is pretty nice too. Like when you look at OG, they got a Buckler, Ring of Bassi, and a Drums. That's it. Like notail obviously would love to buy some team items, but you know, Chen is just like farming and not like there's a bad and like this hero, this game felt so bad, right? There's like even a last pick of bad and like it did not feel good at all. They don't have enough disables to like make this hero useful, in my opinion. I feel like if they had a Chen, I'm sorry, a Crystal Maiden even could have been more effective. If they had a CM, it can play with Monkey, and it can also counter the Chen support, because then they would have a Doom on one lane and a CM on the other lane, and they would also give Aura to their team. They can pump auras. Like that would have even been better in this kind of game, right? Against Secret Heroes.